You could spew whatever it is you want to spew, and you could tell us about the genocide where the population expanded. You could tell us about the genocide where somehow there was a one-to-one, where this is the most moral army in the world.
Every single genocide expert, to include Jewish Israeli researchers that study genocides and are Holocaust researchers, have deemed this as a genocide. What if Hamas said, oh, sorry, bro, we killed 600 of your people? Would you accept that?
Who did 9/11? Who did 9/11?
Myron Gaines finally caught on his bullshit. In case you're not aware, Myron Gaines is the Nazi guy who said that, yeah, Hitler, not such a bad guy. That's his position. And an IDF soldier took the mic at one of his open mic events and I think schooled him. Check it out.
This proves my point. They want to make accusations, and then when I got the proof, like, okay, let's talk about it. You're just a terrible person. But they can't explain how I was wrong.
I think what she's saying is true, and I could explain it.
Hold on 1 second. Until you can call me a liar, and tell me specifically what I lied about, okay? You already left the mic. It's his turn now. It's his turn. You already left the mic. It's his turn now. Bro, I gave you a chance. Like, what's wrong with you?
What's up, brother?
All right, what's up, man? So
it's an interesting genocide, right? When the population actually grows, right? How does that work? Because in general, when a genocide happens, the population gets, I don't know, lessened. Over here, the population actually grew. Also, in the stats that you're citing, which is from the Hamas Health Ministry.
Which figure exactly?
The figure of the amount of people who died.
Okay, which number?
Which number would you like?
You weren't listening. Which number?
Which number would you like?
No, I'm asking.
You see, this is where I think it gets a little bit derailed. All he had to say was exactly that. Genocides, a genocide, the literal definition, means that you're systematically destroying a people. So if Israel wanted to commit a genocide, it would drop nuclear bombs. It would completely level the Gaza Strip. It could be done within a few days, maybe a few hours. Maybe a few weeks, sorry. Point is, wouldn't be that hard. Israel is very advanced. Now, the fact that the Gazan population has actually increased since October 7th, so it's gone up, is just unbelievable, showing you that it's not a genocide. Just a stat for you. The Gazan population in 1967, because they sort of believe that the genocide was happening from the beginning, was 350,000 people. Right? So that's a good amount of people. Now it's 2.1 million, 6 times the growth. The world Jewish population from the Holocaust was 16.6 million people. Now it's 16.1 million people. So it's gone down. We're still below pre-Holocaust levels of Jewish people all around the world.
Which number are you disputing?
Any number that you want.
How many do you think died then?
I think it was about 40,000.
You think about 40,000?
Yes.
Okay, let's go with 40,000.
Yeah.
It's more, but that's fine. We'll go 40,000.
However much you want. You could use 50, 60,
no,
whatever.
let's use 40.
100.
That's fine. That's fine. Now, let me ask you, how many of those 40,000 were Hamas?
Quite a few. More than half.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's say maybe...
More than half.
Okay, what do you estimate?
Let's say 21.
Okay.
Let's just use it on a low end. I think it was higher, but let's say 21.
Okay.
Do you know how urban warfare works?
Oh, so here's okay.
I was a soldier. I know how urban warfare works.
That's great.
In urban warfare, there's a higher percentage of civilian casualties in every single instance that there was urban warfare. There was a higher percentage of individual casualties than one-to-one. In this, there's a miraculous one-to-one. In addition to that, one more point, if you will have it.
Go ahead.
One more point is that there so happens to be no deaths from old ages accounted into this. And in a population of 2 million, we have a perfect statistic of the amount of deaths expected from old ages. But go ahead. You could spew whatever it is you want to spew. I will tell you one last thing before I end, is that Israel will stand strong, regardless of if the whole entire world, all 212 countries stand and tell us that we're wrong, we will stand and survive. But you could go ahead and you could tell us about the genocide where the population expanded. You could tell us about the genocide where somehow there was a one-to-one, where this is the most moral army in the world. Israel did not have to send out text messages and phone calls to the areas that they're bombing. They do not need to evacuate the population.
When you say one-to-one ratio, do you mean civilian to Hamas fighter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, every single civilian death in war is unfortunate and it's a sad occurrence, but this is actually unprecedented in the history of urban warfare. The United States and its allies have acted a lot more irrationally, quote unquote. I think it was rational, but a lot less. The ratio was a lot worse when it comes to this type of war, where you're fighting in a built-up zone against combatants that are hiding behind the civilian populations as a matter of policy, against combatants who are sworn to your destruction regardless of the price. This is a
First of all, I want to give kudos to this IDF soldier. He is going up against this guy who debates for a living, who just the other week talked about how he's basically a Nazi. He's pro-Nazi. So he's obviously very emotional, but he's still delineating his points.
very, very simple equation. Whoever comes to kill you, our Bible says, wake up and kill them first. Now, anybody could say whatever it is they want. I could stand here against the entire world, all 6, 7 billion, 8 billion of them, and we will stand strong until the last man jack. That might hurt to an anti-Israel guy, but we will do it. And I will be there with them. But go ahead.
Okay, so the first point you made was that there isn't a genocide happening. Well, almost every... Where's he going? Where's he going? No, no. Let me address your points. Wow. Okay, that's incredible. So I let him speak, right? I let him speak, and now he doesn't even want to stand on how he's about to get embarrassed right now, because I'm about to refute every single one of his points. Okay.
Let's hear it. Let's hear
Okay.
it. Give me a second. Give me a
All right.
second. Let me hear what this anti-Semitic
So let me
grifter has to say.
let me
He
speak.
has the platform. Go ahead.
Let me speak, and I let you
Let-
say everything that you
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to say.
yeah. Let them know that the Jews won't take this silently, but go ahead.
Okay. So the first claim you made was that this isn't a genocide. Every single genocide
Population grew.
Okay. Every single genocide expert, to include Jewish Israeli researchers that study genocide.
That's such a bullshit argument. That's like every genocide expert said it's a genocide, so must be it is. Argue the point. No, don't argue that from authority like every genocide expert said it was. Argue the point.
Genocides and our Holocaust researchers have deemed this as a genocide. Okay.
Population
Now,
grew.
that's irrelevant. Systematically removing a
The
group of
population
people,
grew.
and there's also an ethnic cleansing. Every expert on this is saying that this is a
population grew.
genocide, to include Israeli humanitarian groups. That's number one.
The
So that's not
population
correct.
grew.
Number two, your figure is 40,000 have died. Fair.
1 to 1.
Okay. Well, yeah. And then you said that about 21,000 were Hamas fighters, right?
At least.
Okay. That means that 19,000 people that are innocent died. That's
Urban warfare is
unacceptable.
unfortunate.
That's it's
Hiroshima,
unfortunate.
Nagasaki,
So let me ask you
Dresden.
this. Let me ask you this. What if Hamas said, "Oh, sorry, bro, we killed 600 of your people"? Would you accept that?
Hamas is not a fighter. Hamas targets civilians by default. That is
Really?
their 1-2 step. Yes.
Really?
They are sworn to our very
Who's
destruction.
killed more civilians during this conflict?
You could actually try and ratio this as much as you want, but if somebody came and killed one of my children, I will go out and kill every single last one of them.
So you'll
Yes.
kill even innocent people.
I will kill anybody who's responsible for the death
There
of my
you go.
children.
There you go.
Yes.
So isn't it interesting? Basically, off your numbers.
I don't know what kind of pussy you are, that if somebody came and threatened your family, you would
Getting
sit there
emotional.
and take it and say like, oh,
Getting very
let me
emotional.
try avoid collateral damage.
So anyway,
it's very simple.
Look,
Anybody who
can you stop
threatens
interrupting
me,
for 2 seconds?
they are right now signing
Look,
their death warrant and their
Look,
families.
I need you to relax a little bit.
I'm
Let me
pretty
finish-
relaxed,
let
but
me
you
finish
seem
what I'm
you seem
saying.
to be talking.
I was very
out
calm when
of-
you were giving your numbers. Let me please finish what I'm
Go
saying.
ahead. Go ahead.
So first, you said it wasn't a genocide. Every genocide
Population
researcher,
grew.
every prominent genocide researcher is saying this qualifies
But
as
the
a genocide.
population grew.
That's number one. Number
How
two,
does that happen in a
number
genocide?
Two, number two.
My nation suffered
Number
a
two, please let me
genocide. We
finish.
lost 6 million
Let me
people. That's a
finish.
genocide.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Next, you claim that 19,000 innocent people died. Even if I went
In
with your
urban
figure,
warfare?
even if I went with your figure, that is too much. Okay.
Urban warfare?
Now,
In
hold
urban
on.
That's too much. Okay, then every war ever is a genocide, and any war ever is a genocide according to him. And this is by far the the highest civilian to combatant ratio, or the lowest, sorry, civilian to combatant ratio in any urban warfare.
Warfare, the
Dude,
ratio is
bro,
12 to 1.
bro,
Did you see
gotta
what
stop.
happened in the
You have
Philippines
to-
in Middle
you
War,
have
in
to
the World
stop.
War
You have
II?
to stop. You have to stop. Let me finish what I'm saying because this all weaves together. Please stop interrupting. Okay? You're claiming that 19,000 innocent people have died. That is still unacceptable. And I'll tell you why it's unacceptable.
It's sad.
You mentioned urban
Not
warfare.
unacceptable.
No, it's unacceptable.
No, you're
it's
wrong.
unacceptable.
You don't know urban warfare.
Just like, here's the difference between me and you. I think it's unacceptable that Israelis died on that day, but you think it's totally acceptable for 19.
Oh my God, this guy. I can't anymore. This guy's trying to claim moral high ground. He had on his podcast this woman that said that the H guy, the Hitler guy, was a great guy, and he was actually misunderstood. He said repeatedly that Hitler was misunderstood. He, on his podcast, basically called for genocide, basically, of a certain group. I happen to be part of that group. So he's trying to claim moral high ground after that. I condemn October. No, you don't. No, you don't.
18,000
Urban
innocent
warfare
people.
has.
Oh, now you're saying urban warfare.
Yes, urban
Notice
warfare
how
in general,
you
in the history
justify-
of urban warfare,
Okay,
there's
well,
been a
Hamas-
12 to 1
by your
ratio.
logic, by your
The United
logic,
States has
Hamas
liberated
was
the
doing urban
Philippines in
warfare
World
too.
War II
By your
with a
logic,
12 to 1 ratio.
By your logic,
In-
Hamas was doing
in
so
Japan
they're
in
better
World
than
War
you guys
II?
at urban warfare. They
What?
killed less civilians.
We're amazing at urban
Oh,
warfare.
okay.
Oh my God. This guy is dumb. Honestly, he's stupid. Because, like, I take back what I said about he debates for a living. He knows what he's talking. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Saying that because he killed more civilians, they're better at urban warfare. Look at the civilian to combatant ratio of October 7th. It's probably something like 100 civilians to one IDF soldier. That's what it's probably looking like. So this talk about how they're great at urban warfare, yeah, they're great at killing civilians. That's what they're great at.
See, now when I put this
No,
foot
no,
on
no.
the
What do you?
foot, it doesn't make sense.
What
Now-
big? What?
now let's
what,
continue
what
on.
big? What big?
Now let's continue. Guys. All right.
Back up. Guys, back
All right.
up.
Fuck IDF, nigga.
Back up.
That's Conor McGregstein right there.
Hey. All right.
Back up.
All right.
Back up.
Let's
Back
continue.
up.
Let's keep going here. All right, guys. All right. So
Who did 9/11? Who did 9/11?
All right. So listen, Myron Gaines is the world's biggest grifter. He is somebody that, followed Andrew Tate. Then he's jumping on this train, jumping on that train. Now he talks about Jews all day. He's obsessed with Jews. He's obsessed with Israel. He thinks that America is controlled by Israel. It's all one big conspiracy. Okay, he's on that sort of Candace track. He's taken a little too far. He's trying to be the most extreme in the group. Point is, I think that this IDF soldier did pretty well correcting his lies. And listen, he never answered the basic point of, if there's a genocide in Gaza, how is the population growing? That doesn't happen in genocide. Again, in after World War II, the Holocaust, Jews were, prior to the Holocaust, were about 16.6 million people. Now, there are only 16.1 million people. So, you see what happens? Population declines. We still haven't recovered. 70 years later, 80 years later, we still haven't recovered. That's a genocide. That's what a genocide looks like. I think anybody that's being intellectually honest and isn't appealing to authority and saying, oh, this professor says genocide, this professor says this, I think they should come to the conclusion that Israel is definitely not committing a genocide. One more point. Think about this, and I've made this point prior, but Coleman Hughes really hammers home this point. If Israel is committing a genocide or wants to commit a genocide, they could do it tomorrow. So understanding Israel's strength and what they could do, and the fact that they haven't done it, proves to you that actually they're not looking to commit a genocide. They haven't committed a genocide. To support us, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Jewish Uncensored. You can also go to our merchandise store, IsraelUncensored.com. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.